The fact that we all saw this and just forgot about it like it was nothing is pretty wild. Remember, Anthony Edwards is ordered to pay for his son that he claims to have never met and has no intention of meeting.
People keep talking about these women like they had absolutely no ability to look at the situation in front of them and understand what was going on. This is Anthony Edwards, a famous NBA player who had already been publicly involved with the same woman for years. These women weren't his girlfriends, they were engaged to him, and from what we've seen, they weren't building some serious relationship with him where marriage and a family were clearly on the table.
Anthony Edwards is definitely one of my favorite players, without a doubt. I've been rooting for him his entire career since high school, honestly, and I hope to see that he has a lot of success in his career. But fathers are important. That's just what it is. He is ordered to pay $14,000 a month in child support. Take out $2.6 million life insurance policy with Alexandria as the primary beneficiary. Then pay Alexandria $21,000 in legal fees. According to reports, Anthony Edwards' monthly income is $4.8 million, while Alexandria is only $1,016.
So at some point, you have to ask why you would willingly create a child with a man when the relationship itself wasn't even established. And this is where I think people get uncomfortable because everybody wants there to be one villain. Either Anthony is completely wrong and these women had no responsibility at all, or the women supposedly trapped him and Anthony is just some innocent millionaire who had no idea how pregnancy works. Neither one makes sense.
Monthly. Now, I understand the lifestyle that Anthony Edwards is living. I mean, he is young in the league, has a lot of money. He is a high status male in this world. So yes, there's going to be a lot of situations that you can easily get yourself into. And somebody like Anthony Edwards has been getting himself into those situations. But when it comes to just abandoning a child and forgetting about a child that you created, it's pretty crazy. Yes, when you get to that point in life, you can just throw money at most problems, but still you got to have some type of morals or just standard of what you do as a man. Now, we also don't know the full story. We also don't know what happened between Alexandria and Anthony Edwards, what caused the baby, whatever the case may be. So we don't know the full story. But at the end of the day, we all do know this. He is paying to not be in a child's life. That is crazy regardless of how you spin it. The only thing you can really say about the situation is hopefully he learns from it. I mean, that's really the only thing you can do in this situation is move on and become a better person. Hopefully he comes to his senses and says, hey, I do want to be in that child's life, but honestly, it'll be kind of late if he doesn't do it now. Either way, he needs to learn from his mistakes, and not saying the child is a mistake, but he needs to learn from these type of situations and make better choices in the future of his life, not just career.
Anthony was reckless, period. But these women were making decisions too.
And here we go again, Anthony Edwards. Don't get me wrong, I love him down, but goddamn. Anthony Edwards is set to pay his ex by the court, Alexandria, $14,000 in child support for their son that he's yet to see or yet wants to see. Okay. Me personally, when this whole conversation, this type of come up, because this is a common thing with him. I just feel like I always feel like both people are at fault. He's at fault and they're at fault. Him, it's just, man, first, you're in a whole relationship. Lock in. Two, why do you keep sleeping with these people unprotected and you know, what this leads to? It's not your first scandal. It's not your first time. It gets to a point. Then with the females, y'all know he been with Shannon since 2020, since he got drafted. I just feel like, what sense does it make for you to keep somebody's baby? What sense do you to sleep with somebody who in a whole relationship, mind you, publicly, and then to keep the baby, and then to be mad at you because he don't want to be in the baby's life? It just, come on now, it just, no self-respect. Yes, I'm gonna sound very biased, I don't care. I see a few arguments where people be, oh my god, some people don't believe in abortion. I kid you not, if he worked a 9 to 5, that baby would have been gone. Then the other argument about how he's gonna regret this. You know how many people got kids outside of their relationships and they don't speak to them kids, don't talk to them kids, don't care, they would die not knowing them kids. He's not gonna give a fuck. Sorry. Hate to be that way, but if he don't care now, he's not gonna care. He's not gonna care later. What are we talking? You know I love him, but he gotta lock in.
Now, Aisha's situation makes that even harder to ignore because according to what she alleged in court, Anthony made it very clear after she became pregnant that he did not want the child and did not intend to be a father. Now, I'm not saying that means she had to terminate her pregnancy. That was still her decision to make. But what I'm saying is that once a man tells you directly that he does not want to build a family with you and does not intend to participate in raising a child, you can't continue forward believing that having the baby is somehow going to transform the relationship.
Anthony Edwards and Brian McKnight is the same person. Y'all lay down and have these kids and don't want to take care of them. Like Anthony Edwards, I'm disappointed because you really in the public talking about you don't want to see this child. And now you got to pay child support. That's sad and that's crazy. Point blank, period. Y'all need to stop sleeping around, knowing that y'all can't control yourself. If y'all got a problem with the mama, have a problem with the mama. Don't take that out with them kids. Because they ain't asked to be here. They didn't. But y'all around here want to travel the world, exploring, then y'all millionaires at that. Y'all millionaires. Like, y'all need to start thinking. And the people surrounding y'all need to start telling y'all the truth. Like, hey, that's your child. You need to go take care of your child. See your child. Because that child may grow up and will do way better than you. And you might need that same child. I saw NBA players who had a lot of money. And years later, they was dead broke.
At that point, you're making an informed decision knowing there's a very real possibility that you'll be raising that child without an involved father. And Anthony doesn't get a pass either, because if you know you don't want children with a particular woman, then why are you repeatedly putting yourself in a situation where pregnancy can happen? Men love saying women need to choose better, and that's true, but men need to choose better too. If this isn't a woman you would ever want to co-parent with for the next 18 years, then you probably shouldn't be taking pregnancy risks with her in the first place. That's really what makes this entire situation so messy. The women shouldn't be treated like helpless victims who had no idea what kind of arrangement they were in, and Anthony shouldn't be treated like he somehow got unlucky 4 separate times. Everybody involved makes choices, and now children are going to grow up living with the consequences of those choices. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Let me know how I'm doing on our channel. And if I haven't earned your subscription yet, I really hope to earn it in the near future. I love, appreciate, and value each and every one of you. Thank you so much for watching. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.
How many baby mamas does Anthony Edwards have? Shannon Jackson is the only woman Edwards has publicly recognized as his official wife. In 2024, their daughter Aislinn Edwards was born. She is the only child Edwards has publicly acknowledged and has brought to games multiple times. On July 16, 2026, the two officially got married in a low-key ceremony. Although Edwards' personal life has always attracted attention, Shannon has remained his stable partner, and the two have now officially entered marriage. Aisha Howard shares a daughter, Aubrey Summers, with Edwards. Their relationship became highly controversial. After Aisha became pregnant, Edwards was accused of pressuring her through text messages to end the pregnancy. Aisha also accused Edwards of hiding assets to avoid child support responsibilities. The two had disputes over child support that went from California all the way to Georgia. In the end, the court ordered Edwards to pay $3,222 per month in child support. Alexandria DeRoches gave birth to her son Amir in 2023. After the child was born, she publicly shared DNA test results in their private messages, asking Edwards to acknowledge their father-son relationship. In April 2026, she also joined Aisha Howard in submitting a statement to the court, jointly requesting that Edwards take on his child support responsibilities. Daja Carlisle was one of the earliest women to have a child with Edwards outside of marriage. She publicly shared photos of Edwards being by her side at the hospital during the birth of their daughter Aries, who was born in 2023. Although the two previously had disagreements over $5,000 per month in child support, they eventually chose to resolve the issue through a private agreement.